Alright, let's get going. Once this thing loads anyway. Hopefully the stick settings are still okay. They should be. Last time they got all mangled, it was, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with playing Crimson Skies. I'm not sure how that mangled the stick's internal bindings. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully I didn't forget which one was which this time. That's an easy fix though. And that's a game thing. Now the real question is, what were we doing when we let off last time? I don't remember. I do remember... We loaded into the old save and messed around a little bit. Yeah, anyway. Guess we'll find out in a second. I have to say, this is not where I expected to be. Oh yes, I remember what the deal was now. We had just reinstalled... Yeah. We were messing around with engines. Yeah. Hello, Azure. Oh, we're pretty good. Bought a mining ship and got some silicon. Getting started on the long road. Let's take the wheelbarrow. Let's see. I think the sprint button is that one. Yes, it is. Good. Market is proving to be very challenging to figure out. Yeah. There's some things to help with that. The trade overlay in particular is extremely helpful. As is putting satellites
Katana.
covering most of the
Hello
stations
there.
that you're actually interested in trading with. Yeah, an ore refinery will take ore. You're looking for like a silicon refinery. Or similar. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of this mess. There we go. Let's get out here a little bit and open the map up and show a few things off. Oh, we have flight assist off. No wonder. There we go. Okay. Now, trade overlay. This right here is huge. There's an option in the settings to change how many things to show here. I think the default is 3. 5 is the max. I definitely recommend 5. This will show you what things are being sold for, what things are being bought in the area of the screen. It'll draw a box around the actual area. If you zoom in far enough, it'll start to show you individual stations or small groups of stations. Zoom in, of course, it'll show individual stations like this. Zoom out, and you'll see overview of the entire economy and the whole map basically. So this is pretty useful. This red one means that the place it's showing is hostile to me. But anyway, these are the cheapest or the most expensive prices. For bought wares, it's the most expensive prices. For sold, it's the cheapest. For these wares in the whole galaxy. If you click on one of these, it'll add it to your filters here. And we'll show it in both lists. So like here, the most expensive place I know of to sell silicon wafers, aka the best profit, is a station here in Xairis Dominion. And the cheapest place to buy them is a station here in Grand Exchange 3. These numbers here are how many are in stock at this whatever station you're hovering over. These are just the best prices. If you actually want to say find the best prices in an area, you kind of have to scoot the map over to only show that area. And then, like if I wanted to just look down here in split space, we can zoom in a little bit, just get split space centered. Boom. Best place to buy them is here. Best place to sell them is over here. Yeah, zooming in now. Also, this only shows things you know about. So, if you've explored an area recently, those will be valid information. The other way to get more information to show up is to place satellites all over the place. Resource probes are something different, but satellites are what matter. Because satellites will keep that station in view, so to speak, at all times. So placing satellites is really valuable. Early in the game, placing them everywhere isn't really that valuable, but placing one next to a station you plan to use a lot is a good idea. Also, to add things to this list, you can click them here to pin them like that. Like, let's say I want to sell engine parts. Yeah, okay, sure. Pin it. Find a good place to sell it, whatever. But better yet is to go over here to the filter settings and then choose trade filters, add remove ware, and you can pick exactly the thing you want. So if you need like a specific ware, say for some reason I need hull parts, I can find hull parts in the list, tick it, turn off the filters panel. Oh wait, I forgot to, okay, filter settings back on, add remove wares, hull parts, then click OK. Close the filter panel. Boom, hull parts is pinned. I can very easily see the best trades for that. So this is, particularly once you have more and more satellites, this becomes more and more valuable. To quickly find something to buy, or quickly find a place to sell what you have, or whatever. The other filters, they can be useful for things, but trade filters, the god king of the filters panel. So that helps out a lot with trading. For finding a place to mine, well, that's just a matter of going around figuring out who has what resources. You can click on a planet, click information, boom, it'll list the resources that you know about, aka have observed in that, not planet, but that sector. So like if I click here on Holy Vision, it says it has so much helium, so much hydrogen, so much ice, methane, iridium, ore, silicon, and so on. Actually placing the scanners, the ore detectors, whatever they're called again. Let's see if I can find one here. Resource probe. Placing those will help you narrow down where in the system the resources are. But they're of variable use. Your AI mining ships will complain at you if you don't have them, but other than that, they're not a big deal. They can be useful sometimes to figure out exactly, like if there's multiple discrete ore patches in a system, it can help you figure out which one is the one for certain kinds of mining. Oh. Hello, melted igloo. But anyway. Let's see what is going on at the first steps. It's got some metallic microlattice production finishing. How are we doing on... What are you complaining about? Waiting for storage. Okay, that's good. No power toys. I'm not going to update you right now. Silicon carbide's good. Metallic microlattice is a little low, maybe. This game's amazing, by the way. Oh yes, very much so. Yeah, okay. This horrible monstrosity of a station is doing fine. Controls seem to be right. Let me... Where even am I? Zyrus Dominion, I think.
Jump gate, open market.
Is that... That is a K. Okay. Teleport to the Swan Song. He, like, blew up all of our laser towers here.
System. Family.
Thank
Zin.
you, bastard. Just going straight to building Terran ships? That's the limit, that's restriction of this run. We're only using Terran technology. So yes, we are going straight to building Terran ships and Terran stations and everything else. Unfortunately, that also means we have to use the bad parts of Terran technology as well.
K.
Like Terran guns and Terran engines. Had to run away with mining ship. Got the bad guy half damaged, but was smarter to run away. Yeah, mining ships aren't really very combat capable. If it's a large mining ship, which I'm pretty sure you don't have a large one, if it's your first one, those can usually just shrug off most random pirates. Just by virtue of being big and bulky and tanky. Well, it depends on what kind of pirates you're talking about. If you're talking about actual pirates with good ships, then that's one thing. Xenon raids or some random pirate dude with a small fighter is something completely different. We definitely killed the engines too far out. Stupid autopilot ran the station. Yep, they do that. Sometimes they'll even embed you into the station, and then you have a fun time getting out. Usually the autopilot will tell if you leave the autopilot on and it gets stuck inside something, usually it'll teleport itself back out of it once it realizes it's stuck. Okay, we better re-engage the drive if we're gonna get there anytime soon. And then we're gonna have to bring the wheelbarrow in and relay laser towers. Yeah, the autopilot's not the smartest. But thankfully, since they changed the way collision damage works between this and X3, it at least isn't quite so eager to kill you. In X3, it would ram you into the side of a jump gate and you would blow up and end your voyage rather abruptly. Hope Starfield isn't a mess. Me too. I really like Bethesda RPGs. Distinct from RPGs, I view Bethesda RPGs as completely their own genre. Because they kind of are. But
Explosion imminent.
yeah, I hope it's a good cross between a space game and a Bethesda RPG.
Danger.
Okay, engage loot stock. And then we are going to park here and call in the wheelbarrow.
P.
Yeah, he's way too far away. We're not gonna go get that. Okay, Wheelbarrow. Where art thou? I'm gonna order it to fly here. And then we can teleport there when he gets here. Stuck in the wall. I assume you don't have the teleport technology yet. Because that's research. So you can't do the teleport away and let the AI figure it out thing. So the solution would probably be to very carefully find a spot that looks suitable and try to back up into it and wiggle a little bit. And sometimes you can pop right through that way. Otherwise, you just have to kind of try to scrape against the wall and hope you wiggle your way out eventually. You can research? Yes, you can. It costs a lot of resources and requires you to have done certain quests first. I don't know if you want any quest spoilers or not, but once you have accomplished the right quests, then this... I think this is accessible all the time. It just you can't do anything here. I don't remember. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can research. The ship modifications and teleportation's a big one. But this, it requires certain missions to have been done, basically. If you're playing through the game's story, or what passes for a story, you'll run into it eventually.
M.
Yeah, that'd probably work as well. I do strongly suggest getting an AI pilot for all of your ships. Just stop at a shipyard and hire a pilot for, what is it, 9,000 credits, I think it is, to buy a no-skill pilot straight from the shipyard. Something like that. Because there's all kinds of cases where eventually you're going to want to be able to leave that ship and go into other ships. And then you can order that ship around. Okay, let us go and... we need to get onto the control seat here.
Katana.
Did get a landing computer and a pilot too. Yeah, AI pilots are pretty useful. Why am I doing that way?
Split equipment dock.
Actually, no, we don't want to go to the split equipment dock. We can go get stuff for free.
Shipyard.
Well, for resources. At our own shipyard. Yeah. AI pilots are very good at flying through walls. They're also very good at flying into walls. They're just like the autopilot, except a little bit better at figuring their way out of things afterwards because they realize they're stuck and then they cheat. Okay, let's go dock down here at the assembly bay thingy. Usually, though, I just end up wiggling my way out.
Docking granted.
Okay,
Successfully docked.
let's go ahead and buy
It's an honor to have you
a whole
aboard.
bunch of laser tower Mark 1s. Going to cost 50,000 energy cells and 3,000 metallic microlattice. Okay, that's not too bad. Take a few seconds to assemble those. let's get out of here. We should get a proper defense station built, but the last time I tried to build a proper defense station, it was a colossal pain in the ass that every time I'd get it partially built, damn K would show up and ruin all my efforts up till then. Can you go over buy and sell orders really quick, please? Sure. Let me just get out in space here. Okay, well, buy and sell trade orders. Buy and sell orders. I assume you mean trade orders for freighters. So let's open the map. Somewhere around here I have a freighter. Here we go. The Baldric. This guy has an automated order set up, but that's fine. We can give him manual orders too. Let's say that I'm really feeling hankering to buy some... Oh, I don't know. Let's see. There's an ore refinery area here. So let's turn the trade UI on, because that'll help out deciding exactly what I'm going to buy here. He sells refined metals. Okay, does anybody here buy refined metals? Yes, over here somebody buys refined metals. So this high-tech factory wants refined metals. This ore refinery sells them. We would be making about 90 credits per unit by doing this run. So let's set up a trade-off. We do... Okay, first we select the ship, which I somehow deselected it during all that, so let's select him. Go to the station you want to buy from, right-click, trade with, and choose the station itself, not its build storage. And then we'll buy a full load. Nice and easy. You can buy like whatever he's selling in here. This is just the simple to do a single route. Okay, so now that freighter will fly there. He'll execute the trade for the price, everything. Now where do we want to sell it? Over here. Best price available. Trade with, same thing, opposite direction. If you want to enter an exact number, you kind of click in the middle here when it shows a standard I-beam edit cursor, and you can type a number in. You can confirm. Boom. We've done our first trade. Now, if you want to get more complicated than that, you can issue much more complicated orders. Do I have another Baldric around here somewhere? I don't think I have another Baldric. Can I buy a Baldric? I don't remember if I had the blueprint for them. Yes, I do have the blueprint for the Baldric. Okay, cool. So let's build ourselves a Baldric. This will take a minute or two. I need more of these things anyway. Okay, we don't need any Marines. Service crews are nice. We'll take 15 service crew, because why not? Let's call you Azure's Example. I mangled that, I think. Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. Add shopping list. This will take about 3 minutes, but that's fine. When that's done, I will continue with Milo's quick tutorial on trade routes. So let's say you have silicon in your cargo hold and at station you want to sell at. Well, that's even easier. Let's go back and dock with the station we just left. Where's the center point of the station? Oh, wrong button.
BOA.
No.
Advanced satellite.
No.
Shipyard.
There we go. I don't actually need to do this. I don't know why I'm bothering. We can just fly up and it'll automatically give us docking permission.
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
Wait, you scum. You gave me docking permission in the wrong place. Okay,
Docking
fine.
granted.
Just wiggle our way in here. Okay, so we've docked at a station. We don't actually have anything to sell here, but we can look at the trade UI.
Successfully docked.
And here we have transfer wares. This is what we would do if we were docked at a station that we owned and just wanted to get stuff off the cargo that they weren't necessarily buying. We could literally transfer anything here. this way, but that's not what you want. You want trade. And this will allow us to buy whatever we want here. Or sell it if we had any in stock, which we don't. So yeah. Just dock at a place that buys silicon and go to trade, sell it. It'll take a few seconds to complete the trade. And they'll tell you, that the trade is in progress. And then when the trade's done, you can undock and go on your way. Nice and straightforward. Meanwhile, that baldric is looking pretty like it's almost completed. So let's go out of here. It says, warning, ship does not have desired item. Are you sure the place you're at buys silicon? And are you sure you actually have silicon in your hold? The way to check to see if you have silicon in your hold is to open the map. Or one way, I guess. Click on your ship. Click information over here. And it will tell you what all is in your cargo hold right down here. Meanwhile, this thing is 2 seconds away from done. Okay. We'll give it a fly and wait order out here in space. Silicon, 210 units. Well, assuming that the station actually buys silicon, it should let you sell it. I'm not sure why it wouldn't. If you have a pilot on board, what happens if you get out of the seat and order the pilot to do the trade? That shouldn't make any difference, but
requesting permission to dock.
you never know. Okay, so this ship right here, brand new baldric. We click information and then we go over here to behavior. And here in behavior, we can do fun things, like tell it to do local auto trade or more advanced auto trades, depending on the pilot's skill level. That's what these little stars here mean. That's how high of a skill level you need on the pilot or the captain. It's like my captain's just over half a star, so he can't do much of anything because he's a noob. So let's give him a local auto trade order. We set where we want him to trade. In this case, there's actually a pretty good trade available for what was it we were trading? Refined metals. And then we set the system we want him to do it in, which in this case is, where's he at? Not Zyrus Dominion. What is the name of this system? Family's in. Where are the family systems? It's in the F's. There we go. And confirm, and boom. He will now automatically trade refined metals at any stations in this system. Also, there is another blasted K here. Sudden priority is to go kill the K before we have trouble.
We're taking hits.
K.
Why in the hell did you have autopilot on? Damn it. Okay, full reverse thrust. Pitch up hard. See if he can think some shots into his bottom turrets. If we can get those to go boom, we're going to be sitting very pretty here. Not that we were actually in that much of a threat at the moment. Our shields are down almost. But so are his. So, is your pilot able to handle the trade? It'd be very weird if the pilot could do it and you couldn't. Oh, there is one case where pilots can do a trade that you player can't. How did I accidentally get off that? There we go.
Requesting immediate backup.
Engage loot sock here. Still playing with it? You think the station will buy it? Easy way to tell if the station will buy something, or to see what stations will buy and sell, if you're unsure, is to, well, let me get the last of this loot sucked up. Okay. Let's see here. Turn off the trade UI. Well, trade UI will tell you, actually. That's probably the easy way. If you zoom right in close on the station, it'll tell you what it buys and what it sells right here. And how many they're willing to buy. If you hover over the number of pips, it'll display a number. It's like this one, they're willing to buy Claytronics, but they're only willing to buy 26 of them. Which is not very many. It might be the case that the station is willing to buy the thing, but they are not willing to, or normally they'd be willing to buy it, but they're not willing to buy it because they don't have any in stock that they can sell. He's done with his task. We should order him to fly back over here so I know where he's at for later. But anyway, looking at the trade screen zoomed in on a single station is one way. But that'll only tell you 5 materials. If they actually somehow buy more than that, the other way is to click on it, click information, and this one is not going to show it. But you can click trade offers and that'll tell you what they have. Okay, let's see. They're willing to sell hull parts. They're willing to buy a few other things, but we don't have any of those on us. We can't sell them. Or can't even. Here you can select ships of yours, and you could actually give trade orders that way instead of having to click instead of clicking the ship first, you can click the station first. Do trade offers and then choose the ship you want to trade here. Oh, that's a possibility. No, actually doesn't. Booted the system, but you think you only ever been to one station there and it's the wrong one. It's possible. If you hadn't been to the station before, you won't be able to see their trade offers. And they do expire after a while if it's not under constant vision. But anyway, this would be the other way to tell is right click it and choose trade offers. But if you decide you actually want to carry through a trade there, make sure you have the right ship selected here because it could be anything. I've had the case before where I accidentally deselected a freighter and was ordering it to do stuff, and here I was giving orders to the wrong ship the whole time. That was very annoying. But anyway. We really quite badly need to deal with this problem here. Where did I leave the wheelbarrow? I think it's over here somewhere. Yes, there it is. First of all, this is another thing. If you order a ship to move somewhere, the fly and wait order gets stuck in their queue forever until you remove it. So like this guy was ordered to do auto trading. Yeah, it wasn't working out because he had a fly and wait stuck in his queue. Auto trading.
Thanks for your help.
I've never had any luck with it. Some people think it's great. I never seem to make any money. Mining makes way more money way faster. Okay, so we need to go to the gate and drop these things quickly.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
plus 14% demand. Wow, you get a little bit better than base price.
We found something out here.
I never seem to have great luck with trading. It makes money sometimes. The very first time I played, I had a really awesome trade that made like almost 200 credits per unit of stuff per run. Unfortunately, I was doing it with a absolutely unsuited ship, so I wasn't actually making any money. Or I was making money, but like the best possible I could hope by trading with that ship, but I didn't carry enough cargo to actually make it worth it. And ever since, I've been wishing I had that trade back. Okay, let's get lined up nicely on this. Or reverse. Auto trade can work decently with medium trade ships. Large ones really vary depending if they can grab full loads of cargo or not. Yes, and also sometimes I've noticed that the larger the ship, they can get stuck with a hold full of stuff that they can't actually sell, which is annoying as heck. Okay. Zoom in. Information. We do have that ship selected. Loadout. There's Tower Mark 1, and let's get ready to spam click as soon as we're past here. Hopefully this will solve our Xenon problem for at least a little bit. We really need to get a proper defensive station set up. That, or we just need to go wreck the Xenon in the area so they stop attacking us. That's probably the better long-term strategy. Okay, deploy. Some of these Xenon are going to have a bad day shortly. Large trade ships you use normally give commands to correct yourself. You sometimes give shipyards and wharfs a large freighter or two. Yeah. I have a medium ship assigned to my shipyard that has orders to take care of its build storage. But other than that, I haven't bothered with freighters at all this time. Well, that's not true. I did have some large freighters that I was using to haul building supplies around earlier as well. Okay, the first line's laid. Let's go grab a second line. Engage the travel drive. Large ships are great, but they're a bit slow. Also, they seem to take a long time to load. I don't know if there's a certain number of cargo drones that's optimal or whether they're just generally slow. Okay. Go down here and dock, grab another 100 laser towers, and let's go finish our snot beaten out of them defenses.
Docking granted. Successfully done.
Okay, give on to me, my laser towers.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Okay. You know, honestly, it would probably be more efficient to use my materials to build fighters and sell them and then buy the laser towers than it is to actually build them myself. I'd have to run the math. Come on, autos. Come on, autosave, hurry up. Okay, where's our target? Gauge travel drive. Let's go over there. Flying through asteroids is a pain in the butt. Although at least it's a lot easier to do it by hand than it is to have the autopilot do it. Autopilot and asteroids do not mix. And it is generally not fun. Okay. Get down to the level. Give us a bit of down thruster here. Right like that. Nice and lined up. That should be, oops. It's not the movement I wanted to make. I like that. Okay, let's fly back a little bit to get some more open. I think I flew at 139 meters a second, something like that. Last time. Just down a little bit here. Like that should be good. Oh. Okay, close enough. Should be parallel enough for my purposes. Okay, he's just going to come through and clean all this up anyway later. That may be a bit depressing of a way to look at my defenses, but it's realistic. Seems to be pretty parallel. Whether it's parallel on the other axis, of course, is a completely different story. We'll just pretend that it is and worry about it later. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it isn't really. How's that? Crap, that's what it's like. Oh well. Okay. Let us get out of here. Or rather, let's fly around and suck up some of this loot quick. I'm tempted to go grab the swan song for loot suck duty. But realistically, there's not that much around, and the time it takes to get on in and out of the swan song is, well, we'd be done by then. Particularly considering you'd probably have to fly the swan song closer to the gate to pick most of this stuff up anyway. Okay. That stuff's coming in. More stuff over here with the gate itself. I really should take a look at the K situation in nearby systems. See if there's anywhere we need to intervene in. But first, let's fly away to a safe distance so we don't get blown up by an overeager Xenon. 'Cause that wouldn't be fun at all. Okay, Xenon report. In Tharkus Cascade, there is a K. That is actually a somewhat unusual sight. Normally, they're not just hanging around in the system. The gate area, nobody has rebuilt the station there. Or even tried to, so that's a good. There are enemy ships hanging around in the area though, which are still preying upon various freighters. Although it is still much safer for freighters because the station isn't there to just instantly murder them. And in the north, we have no K's in here. Apparently. They're trying to rebuild this station, mostly unsuccessfully. And no K's here. I think these guys are just broke for some reason. Which is a bit odd. Okay, whatever. If it wasn't so dang boring, I'd be tempted to go up here and blow up these stations. We'll do that once we get more destroyers. Speaking of more destroyers, to get more destroyers, we're going to need to more than double our money. So let's take a look at what our options are for money making real quick now. We're full up on Computronic Substrate. Metallic Microlattice is actually doing pretty good. Silicon Carbide's doing good. Let's see how many fighters we can buy. Old chips. Size small. Tacobas. Standard loadout. Can we build 50 of them? Yes, we can actually build 50 of them. Beautiful. Can we build 100 of them? No, we can't. Okay. How about 80 of them? Nope. 50 is actually probably the highest number we could build. 60? Yeah, 60 is not possible. Okay, so we can build 50. Oops. 50 it is. That should be a good... 80 or 90 million. So we might actually be able to buy the blueprints we need. Just off that alone. What large ship blueprints do we have already? I think I'm... Oops, wrong thing. I want to buy ships. I think I'm underestimating the cost of a Sin and main gun blueprints. We have the Hokkaido mineral. Okay, so we want the Hokkaido gas and we want a large freighter yet too. Okinawa, I think large freighter's called. But if I can get a Sin before I get any of that, then I might just do that. Actually, how are we doing on raw materials? We are doing acceptably. Okay. Station account is at 44 million. Where is that coming from? We are selling a lot of Computronic substrate, apparently. Okay. Well, I'm okay with that. Because we have too much Computronic substrate currently. Well, we might actually be able to get started on a larger ship soonish. That would be nice. Xenon tried to take Hat CI. Keyword tried. Yeah. I've not seen the Xenon try attacking Activa's Choice. Oh, Activa's Choice 1. Okay, I see what you mean. I've not seen them try to take this. I need to drop some satellites here. Like last save, at this point in the save, they were rampaging through here pretty solidly. I wonder if it's just because all of their strength is being sucked away, failing to attack Family Zen. That's entirely possible. Those lines are terrible. Oh well. Okay, so we have a whole load of Tacobas. Why do I have this open? Also, where is that Baldric? Here you are. We need to remove this order so he can go back to doing what he's supposed to be doing. Boom. Still not being paid to kill Xenon. Do you have a police license for whatever faction owns the system? I was pretty skeptical of the police license myself until I realized that, well, until I finally bought one and realized that you get paid no matter where you are in the system instead of only if you're close to a station. And also the payout is significantly larger. Oh, it's not owned yet. Well, I guess you can get paid with fuzzy good feelings. It's gonna take a while for that Tacoba order to fill. We're at 100 million credits. I don't remember how many credits it takes to buy the Sin blueprint. Where'd you go, you little bastard? Get back here. Well, 150 million, I said. 150 million was how much I wanted to make sure to get all the Civi ship blueprints I needed. I think. I don't remember if the Sin is like 200 million or if it was more or less than that. It might be, yeah, it might be 150 million. I'd have to go check again though. I should have wrote these things down, but then I'd have to find wherever I left my notes and it would just be a disaster either way. Where do you think you're going, you bastard? Get back here. If you fly through that gate, I am going to be greatly disappointed. Okay, he's dead. No, that's not lag. That's just me being a completely different speed than he is. This ship is a lot faster than a Xenon M. And it also slows down very badly. The brakes are crap. So if I speed up faster than he is to catch up with him, and don't start slowing down at the right point, then I overshoot massively. Oh, your game is laggy. Well, it tends to get that way. I'm not sure what my frame rate is currently. I don't feel like leaning forward to punch keyboard keys to find out either. Seems fairly smooth. Yeah, screw it.
Thank you.
What is my frame rate? It's actually not that great. It's in the 50s. Rip. Oh well. At least it isn't really... Well, I guess that's G-Sync at work. Still feels pretty decent. It's not until it drops a little bit more that it'll start really feeling bad. And then I will be sad. Okay, do we have any Xenon around here left, or they all wandered off? I think they've all wandered off. Yeah, okay. Tacobas are being cranked through fairly quickly. I think it's 7 at a time, or is it 8 at a time? 8 at a time. Okay. So we have 3 more runs. A little bit more than 3 more runs at 3 minutes apiece. Won't be long at all before that's done. But we will not get our second destroyer today. Even if you have enough money. We might get the blueprint, but we won't get it built. This is going to end up being a really short stream, largely because I started way late. Xenon, when your ship one-shots their eye. Yeah. Be careful with that, kid. You put your eye out. Or their eye out, in this case. Let's go, I don't know, do something. There's got to be some Xenon around here to fight somewhere. That looks like an Argon. Argon or not Xenon. Oops. Didn't want to press that button. I wanted that one. Let's actually fly to our station and just buzz around it for a bit. This is probably a really busy system too. Oh, does it help with the frame rate, Eddie? Most of the time I couldn't really tell you if G-Sync was doing anything or not, but it's cases like this where I'm like, oh, this game is not too bad as far as smoothness, and then I go look at the frame rate and it's like, oh, actually it is kind of bad. If you don't have a probe out, do all asteroids say empty? No, they will say what they have. One thing you can do, let's see, which mode is it? There we go. If you turn on scan mode, which is Shift F2 by default, it'll highlight asteroids in colors. This one's an ore asteroid. This one's a silicon asteroid. If they show up not colored, they're either far enough away they're not highlighted, like these over here, or they just don't have anything on them. So if you find a belt that's not particularly rich in ore or silicon or whatever, a lot of them will show up empty. If you find a purple asteroid, that is, let's see if we can find one here. Thymbidium, which is, I don't really know if there's much market for that. It's useful for some things. Let's see if we can, also, okay, that's not, that flash there's a satellite of some kind. There's little flashes you can spot sometimes that are crystals. Let's go boost out here into the actual. Let's do a little bit of combination crystal slash Thymbidium hunting. See if we can find anything interesting. This system is pretty rich in Thymbidium. If I can find an asteroid that has some. Probes are... Okay, we just got stuck in an asteroid like a dum-dum. Let me out. Oh, that's another thing. If you are mining... somebody in chat pointed this out to me. Oh, when was it? A while ago. If you are mining an asteroid manually, you know, like if you're flying a ship mining an asteroid, turn your scanner on, fly fairly close to the asteroid you want, and look for these bright shiny spots. See, there's some over there in that asteroid too. If you shoot those spots, the asteroid will drop way more ore than normal. Or, you know, way more of whatever the asteroid's made up of. So if an asteroid says it's got like 100 of something in it, you shoot those spots, you might get 1,000. That's probably a little bit hyperbolic, but... Let me out. Let me out. Oh wait, I'm out. Okay. Yeah, so let's fly over closer to one of these so we can see them from the outside. Like, there. Shoot that little glowy spot. And this asteroid, which would normally give us 1300 silicon, might give us 2 or 3 times that. Usually it's not that useful, but if you've got a place where you just want to mine a little bit of something really quick and you don't want to spend much time on it, sometimes it can be worth it. Or if the asteroids in the area are really poor. The probes are mostly good for just getting a feeling for the richness of a general area. Inside is like, you can get the system without dropping a probe just by clicking on the system and looking at it in the map. So the probe is more looking at regions of a system because they're not evenly. Depends on the system. Some systems are pretty even, some systems are very uneven. Okay, somewhere around here there's Invidium. Let's actually... Where did I find it the last time I was looking for Invidium? Also, are we upside down or right side up? We are upside down. Okay, that'll help us find out where I'm going. Let's boost over this way. We're looking for a bright purple color. Not that we're set up to mine it, I'm just looking for it for the fun of it. Also, the asteroids look different depending on what they contain sometimes. Oh, there's one. Right there, that purple. Let's back up a little bit here. Let's get out of the range of the... Oh wait, you can just turn the scanner off actually. Okay, scanner off. It looks a little different than the asteroids around it. Looks more like maybe an ice or a crystal asteroid. But there's no ice here. It's Invidium crystals. In this case, once again, it'll have the little hot points on it that can be shot to get a much higher return.
Asteroid.
Family crit. Dirty scum. Let us see. There is indeed a dirty scum in family crit. Can the defense platform take care of it? It looks like it's handling it. Actually, that's a lot of loot up there. Let's go do a bit of looting. Family crit.
Jump gate. Family.
Okay.
Crit.
Where's our target? There's our target, right in front of us. But anyway. So you're finding all asteroids that are empty. It's just an indicator that that's a... either doesn't have much, or even sometimes doesn't have any. Because not every asteroid field is mineable. Think crystal hunting is easier in a fighter? Yeah, probably. Usually when I'm crystal hunting, I drift through
Entering system. Family. Crit.
asteroid belt somewhat slowly and just kind of watch for little flashes on the horizon. Yeah, if you're trying to fly through at top speed and notice stuff, that's going to be a problem. Okay, let's get ready to kill the drive here. Oh, Nelly. Okay. Engage sock. The loot is on the move. Look at all that loot flying. Xenon, I have a laser with your name on it. Do you have a Asgard going after it? I think you were saying something about having an Asgard last time we were talking about it. Okay, that was a lot of loot. Looks like the station here is in good shape. Alright, back home we go. I don't know if you have enough shields to do this whole run on thrusters, but we'll find out here in a second. Man, I can't wait till I can build my own Asgards. I'm gonna have a whole fleet of the damn things. The Xenon will not appreciate it.
Entering system. Family Zin.
Okay, we probably actually have the Tacobas all finished. Let's check on that. The Tacobas are almost all finished. The last two have a couple minutes left. Okay, so we'll just dink around in here for a couple minutes then. If you haven't noticed it yet, Azure, there's a long-range scanner option that can be activated. Same way you would your normal scanner, either with a hotkey or from the ship mode selection. And that, if you use alternate fire, you could charge up and release a ping, and that'll help you find stations and stuff in systems. ID name Rio434. Suppose it's a cool idea. Or, nah, I suppose it's a cool ID, not idea. Anyway, there's no reason to ping anything in this system because there's no undiscovered things, I'm pretty sure. But you can find lockboxes and stuff this way too if you're wanting to do those. That, and there's... oh, I'm not sure what I would want to call them. Sometimes find abandoned stuff. Not lockboxes, but like stations and stuff that can be investigated for loot and other cool things. All kinds of random crap can be found with the scanner. Most of it I don't bother with because I don't know. I wasn't enthused about the loot most few times I did it. Okay, that is all the Tacobas. Go use the keyboard here because some things are just better done with a keyboard. Okay, what are you willing to pay me for a whole load of Tacobas? 2864. That's probably the most we're going to get out of these. That's been the highest price pretty much everywhere for a long time. So, 255 million. Nice. Let's go talk to the faction representative. We can probably buy some very nice things with that. I would not be at all surprised if that'd be enough for a sin.
Entering system. Sol.
Selling ships makes you a lot of money. Much faster than trying to sell your materials any other way. Just craft them into ships and sell the ships. Okay, representative's office. Yeah, who needs freighters when you can just make freighters and sell them, or in this case, fighters.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, nice
It's an honor to
faction
see you
representative
here.
lady. I would like to buy some blueprints. Specifically, I would like to buy a ship blueprint of the large size. Ooh, I can buy a Sin. 148 million. That's not too bad at all. Can we also buy Okinawa and Hokkaido? We'll find out here in a second. Equipment, weapons. Terran main battery, 28 million. Not bad at all. I do have the engines and thrusters I need for large ships, don't I? Large all round. Yeah, I bought all this stuff earlier. Okay. Can we buy the Hokkaido gas miner? And we can buy the Okinawa. Okay. What's the hotkey for how much ore your ship has? I don't think there is one. You can open the map and check your ship information from there. Or I think there's another way to do it too. I can't remember if your ship information screen shows that. The one you get when you press enter. I don't remember. Anyway,
Good luck out there.
we now own the Hokkaido gas miner, the Okinawa, the Sin, and the Terran main battery blueprints. That means the Xenon are going to be very, very unhappy with us. Very, very shortly. Probably next stream, though. Because it is 10:30. I'm not going to end just yet, but... the time is not far into the distant future. Okay, let's teleport. Actually, we don't even need to teleport for this. Let's just go right ahead and see if we can order a Sin. Buy ships. Size L. Sin. High preset loadout. It gives Terran all-round engine. Mark III shield. All-round Mark III thrusters. Terran Mark III shields all around. Terran main battery all around. I think we want pulse turrets. Yes, pulse turrets. Bolt turrets do more damage, but they are just worse against... Well, I don't know if they're actually worse or not. It feels like they're worse. Software. Max it out. Why not? Crew. We don't really need Marines at all. We will take almost maxed service crew because I like roundish numbers. Okay, let's save this loadout. Oh, let's see. The Doom. Okay. This is going to take 12 minutes to build. And we have the resources available to purchase it. So let's confirm order on that. Actually, damn it. I should have checked if we could build multiple. Okay, we are 5,000 metallic microlattice short of being able to build a second one. Or I should say a third one. Let's teleport back to the wheelbarrow. And then we will go have a look at our new destroyer that is under construction.
System. Family Zin.
Blew one tiny crystal off an asteroid and you're at 7/8 full cargo.
Katana.
Yes, that button. Get out of my seat, please.
Hello.
Okay. Let us go say hi to our new destroyer, who as of yet is not named. Definitely going to have to come up with names for all of these. And we're definitely going to be putting them into mass production. eventually. At this point, our days of making fighters to sell are probably mostly over. Instead, we'll be making destroyers to sell. It looks a bit skeletal at the moment. But there it is, our second destroyer. Or what will become our second destroyer in about 10 or 11 more minutes. Mining manually in a small ship is extremely inefficient. Oh yeah. However, if you have a medium ship and you give it orders to do sector auto mine, and it's in a sector that has both ore and a good place to sell it, or silicon and a good place to sell it, you can make some really good money. Medium ships can bring in 50, 60, sometimes more, 1,000 credits per run. And they can do runs like less than 10 minutes. Get a few of those going and, well, you can crank through money pretty quickly. And a large miner, some of those can make 200 to 250 per run, and they run almost as fast as the mediums do. So you can make a lot of money once you have the ability to buy a miner. Medium or large. Medium's fine. Then you're pretty much set. You can stop making money manually and focus on using the money that's being made automatically to, well, go faster. I think, let's look at the map here quick. I don't remember what it was costing me to buy Bolos. The Bolo is not necessarily the most efficient medium miner, by the way. It's just the one that I had access to because... Okay, I had a loadout called the Chicken Miner because it was rather cut down. 648,000 credits. And this little thing, as long as it's not being attacked by something, could make quite a lot of money. It used Mark 1 engines, Mark 1 thrusters. Dropping from Mark 3 to Mark 2 or Mark 1 thrusters, by the way, saves so much money. If you go to buy a ship that's going to be flown by the AI, put Mark 1 thrusters on it. It'll make it a little slower to turn, but who cares? It doesn't matter for the AI. And it is so much cheaper because this saves almost 300,000 credits all by itself, just dropping to from Mark 3 to Mark 1 thrusters. Shields, I used Mark 1s. Once again, that saves so much money on a Terran ship. Other races, not so much. But, yeah. Basically, this was just a cut down, cheap ship. These things died all the time, though. They were not capable of holding their own against anything attacking them would blow them up. But if any race miner that you find, go around and try to find one with good storage capacity and then spec it out using crap tier shields, thrusters, and engine. And you'll have a money-making machine with AI to fly. But anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to save the game. And we can deploy our brand spanking new destroyer next time. I know this was a very short stream for normal. Probably about half the length I would normally go. But that's what happens when I get started late. So, the best solution to that is for me to get up early in the morning instead of at who knows what time. Let's see. It looks like AF is playing Cartel Tycoon. I have never heard of that. Let's raid AF and let's find out what this Cartel Tycoon is like. Tomorrow will, of course, be more X4. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be more X4. And we will get to enjoy our lovely, lovely little destroyer there. Get him deployed somewhere. Maybe take him out with their existing destroyer. Maybe create a few more buddies to go along and go blow up some Xenon. I'll see if I can get started a little earlier than normal so we can have a good, nice 3-hour stream or something. Maybe 4-hour stream. Do some proper explosions. But until then, we're going to go find out what AF is doing. And I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope, even if you don't, I hope you all have an awesome night. And I hope to see you all back here tomorrow. So, yeah. Good night. And have an awesome time.